Picture this, you just delivered one of the best keynotes of your career. People gave you a standing ovation. They were queuing up after the event just to get 10 seconds of FaceTime with you. You go home, open your laptop, and you have an empty inbox. No follow-up, no inquiries, no bookings. Look, the problem isn't your message on the stage. It's not the delivery, it's not your reputation. It's what people see when they go searching for you online. For a lot of speakers, their online presence doesn't reflect what their on the stage presence is like. And that is what costs you more bookings. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what the people who are booking you for events are looking for when they check you out online. I'm going to give you the 5 questions that they ask as soon as they land on your LinkedIn page. Not only that, I'm going to talk you through the 6 key areas of your LinkedIn profile and how to build them in such a way that it converts bookers every single time. So get your pen and paper ready, get your LinkedIn page visible. This is going to be a good one. I spent the last 5 years filming events. I've literally filmed hundreds of speakers on stage. I've worked side by side with the people who book speakers for events. I've been in the room when a speaker has been recommended for their next event, and I've seen exactly what happens in that conversation, exactly what an event manager is looking for, and the 5 questions they always ask. I now work with professional speakers to help them build the online presence that gets them recognized. I help speakers like you build your online presence, implement the systems and strategies that gets you consistent bookings, so that next time you step off the stage, you open your inbox and there's a ream of messages of people who want to work with you. So picture this, your name gets mentioned in a meeting with an event manager. They go to your LinkedIn profile and you have probably 60 seconds. And in those 60 seconds, these are the 5 questions that an event manager is asking. Number 1, is it clear what audience this speaker is talking to? And is it aligned to the audience of the event that I'm organizing? Number 2, credibility. Does this speaker have credibility? Do they look like the type of speaker that's going to elevate my event to the level that it needs to be? Number 3, clarity of services. Do I understand what services this speaker actually provides? And are they the right services for the event that I'm planning? Number 4, proof in delivery. Is there proof that what they provide works? So do they have testimonials? Do they have case studies? This is a really important piece to have. And finally, number 5, is it easy to contact this person? Do I have to fill in a form and wait for them, or is there a direct link to book an appointment to schedule a call with this speaker? Now, you want to make it as easy as possible for an event manager to make a decision to work with you. If you can answer all of these 5 questions and make it easy for them to get in touch with you, then they are going to want to work with you. And the likelihood is that you will have a message in your inbox asking for a call. So that's the 5 questions that every event manager asks as soon as they look at your profile. Now I'm going to tell you how to structure your profile and what things you can do to optimize it to make sure that you're getting the best visibility. And when they land on your page, there's only one decision that they're going to make, and that's that they want to work with you. Okay, so this is very high level what the process looks like when somebody refers you and recommends you to an event manager. Your name gets provided, they open your LinkedIn profile or your website, and they've got 60 seconds to make a decision. And the decision goes yes or no. Are they going to work with you or not? Now, you've got 6 key areas within your LinkedIn profile that need to be as optimized as possible. Some of these things are more important than others, and I'll tell you which ones you should focus on first. So the first thing that they will check is your profile photo. Before they've even read a single word, they will see your profile photo and they will already start to make their decision. So is the photo high quality? Can they see your face? Is it a clear background? Is it a recent photo? If you have a blurry photo, if your profile photo is a group photo, then that's not going to work. You need to make it as easy as possible for somebody looking at your profile to know who you are. This is such an important step because people buy from people and people want to see who you are. They want to start building that trust immediately. So having a really nice, warm, welcoming photo is really key here. The second point is the headline. Now, aside from the photo, I would say this is the most important thing to get right on your LinkedIn profile. Your headline follows you everywhere, literally follows you everywhere you show up on LinkedIn. So you want to make sure that it's not following you like a bad smell. Your headline will show up in any search that you appear in. It will show up on any comments that you leave. It will show up in messages that you send to people, and it also shows up on your profile. It literally follows you everywhere. So you need to make sure that it is clear and that somebody that's seeing that knows exactly who you are and what you do. What to include in your headline. Make sure that it leads with value and apply this structure. I help, who do you help, achieve what problem through what services. So who, what, and how. Who do you help? What do you help them achieve? And how do you help them? So for me, I help speakers generate more bookings through their online presence. The third section on LinkedIn is your about section. Now, a lot of people get this bit wrong because they treat it like a CV. If you think about any time you're making a buying decision, you want to know, how is this going to make life better for me? How is this going to make life easier for me? So the structure to include in your about section is problem, agitate, solution. So what is the problem that your audience or your ideal client faces on a regular basis? Agitate, make them understand the severity of that problem. So what is the impact of that problem to the people? If they don't do anything about it, what's going to happen to them? And then the solution is, what is the solution that you have? How do you help people overcome that problem? And a really good thing to include in here is some evidence. You might want to give some information on one or two clients that you've helped overcome these problems and what the impact was to them. Number 4 is featured section. Do not include your most recent posts, your most popular posts. Do not include any more than 3 pieces of information in your featured section. You want this section to include items of value that your audience can benefit from. Things like a lead magnet, a newsletter. If you've already got a ready-made product or course, include this in this section. Something that they can click on, where preferably you can capture some information from them and they get value back in return. Now, depending on where you are in your journey, these things might change. But as a rule of thumb, I would try to have a lead magnet, a newsletter sign up, or some sort of product or service, a course that they can buy, a really low ticket item. Number 5 is your content. Make sure that you're posting quality content, you're being consistent with your content, and that your content leads with value. Bear in mind, when somebody looks at your LinkedIn profile, they'll only be able to see the last 3 pieces of content that you've posted. So what they don't want to see is a picture of you with your dog on the beach. What they're looking for is social proof that you give value, you do what you say you're going to do, and they want to see experience of you standing on stage. Now, don't get me wrong, posting content of your personal life, your dog, your family, your children, whatever it is really good at building trust. But remember that the last 3 posts show up on your page. So make sure that you're not posting 3 of those in a row. Make sure that you're mixing up your content and you're constantly giving value. Last but not least is social proof. Try and weave social proof throughout your LinkedIn profile, whether that's you standing on a stage that you want to be booked for, whether that's you sharing value and insights into how you've helped other clients overcome problems that they faced, or if it's even getting recommendations on LinkedIn or getting video recommendations from clients that you've worked with. But whatever you're doing, make sure that when somebody looks at your page, There is enough social proof on there that they can see that you do exactly what you say you're going to do and you have the results to back it up. Things that you can include in here are getting recommendations on LinkedIn. You could even film recommendations or testimonials from people at your events. Just get them to film it on their phone. You can include clips of you on stage or photos of you on stage, and you can include audience reactions at an event. Now here's the thing, you don't need to fix all of these at once. You can work through them line by line. If I was to give you a priority list, I would start at the top of the page and work down. Start with what people are going to see first. So your banner, your profile photo, your headline and your about section. Get those four nailed and then you will have a much cleaner and a much better LinkedIn profile. Do a little exercise, go through each of these 6 areas, rate yourself 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely diabolical and 10 being it's the best in the world. Once you've reviewed these, make a decision yourself. Would you genuinely get in touch with you if you were managing an event, or would you pass and move on to the next speaker? So there you have it. In this video, we've covered the 5 questions that an event manager asks themselves when they check you out online. We've also covered the 6 areas of the LinkedIn profile and how to optimize them to make sure that your page converts time after time. And the value doesn't stop there. I've created a checklist with 10 questions to help you navigate your LinkedIn profile. Use the template to review your LinkedIn profile, rate yourself against the 10 points so you know exactly where to make the changes first. The link's in the description to this video. And if you want to go even deeper, if you want even more value, next week I'm going to be telling you why your speaker reel might not be converting in the way that it should be. And I'll tell you exactly what you can do to change it and make you convert more bookings through your speaker reel. So hit the like button, hit subscribe, let me know in the comments what you're struggling with as a speaker and I will create a video especially for you. See you in the next one.